And here we have the latest on the BSA 350 Sloper engine from about 1930. I've actually got the valves and guides out of the cast iron cylinder head now. And there they are. The valve seats and the valves themselves are in remarkably good condition, but the valve guides were quite worn and the valves were quite sloppy in them, so I want to replace them. Obviously I've heated the head up and managed to get them out. And down here I've got some valve guides that look like likely candidates for doing a job as replacements with minor modifications. This one is an old, worn, used Royal Enfield bullet valve guide. I use them quite a lot in other applications because their outside diameter is quite large, quite generous, and you can generally turn them down to a smaller diameter to fit other things. And also the valves in lots of old engines are actually a bigger diameter, so you can get a used, worn Royal Enfield bullet valve guide, basically make a replacement valve guide for something else from it. All I did with this one though was just a test drilling or boring in the lathe, and I've got a good fit for the BSA valves. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to choose these valve guides here because they've even got the sort of annular ring and a drilling through for the oil to get through, as the old guides from the BSA engine had. And the plan is to bore them out. Now I've got a suitable drill bit of the right size to do it, and modify them by basically just sort of reducing the height of this bit here a little, maybe shorten that a touch as well. They're the same diameter where they fit in the head, and we should be in business and be able to fit replacement valve guides, to all intents and purposes new, grind the valves in, and that'll sort the head out. Also, the owner asked me, this port here, it's a twin port head, and this one had been blanked off by about a 3/4 of an inch thick solid disc of steel, which not only was machined to be a drive-in fit, but was also pegged in two places. There's one of the holes there where they had a peg in it, and there was another one going through here. Initially I said to the owner that probably better let sleeping dogs lie, I won't bother with that one, it might cause a lot of trouble and stress. But here's the blanking thing. What I did is I drilled loads and loads and loads of holes, all very close to each other, and then got a hacksaw blade in those holes and cut through, and eventually after a few hours work I was able to remove that. So the owner has got a twin port BSA 350 Sloper to look forward to again. And my next job, now I know that I can sort it out with valve guides and whatever, is get the cylinder head and the cylinder barrel into my backpack, take them down the road, get them blasted and painted in heat resistant paint, and then I can put an engine together that's going to look very good indeed. Not brand new, but very good indeed. And it'll have all the working and moving components inside it will all be very good indeed as well. So a worthwhile day at Performance Classics, I would say.